Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. June 2025, second variant we have, and complete paper 2 we have. So let's start question number 1. So solve the inequality. So what is a way whenever we have less than or we have more than, less than, we have to make arrows inside, more than make arrows outside. And make sure x square coefficient must be positive, like x into x must be positive x square. So I'll make a parabolic shape. When this equal to 0, I get -2. When this equal to 0, I get 5/4. So -2 here and 5/4 here. As less than, so arrows will be inside. How to read this? Or so for how to read this? More than -2. So x value is more than equals to -2. How to read this? X value is less than equals to 5/4. Or I can, this is a correct answer, or I can, because going inside together, I can combine them. Not compulsory if you do it. Okay. I hope so the concept of the question is very clear. And let's go for the next. Number 2. We said this y given and we have to prove this derivative. So we have to apply quotient rule. For the quotient rule, whatever in the denominator, put square on it. And which you squared, copy as it is in the numerator. Into this derivative comes here, minus sign, now reverse. Now numerator, copy as it is. Into this derivative comes in the bracket. So what is this derivative? 3 comes down, multiply with the 4, 12x to power 2 and -0 because 5 has 0 and this has 2x. So multiply them, or I can take x common. You can see this x and this x common out. I'm getting here 12x squared and single x left from 12x to power 3. And here 2 multiply with both numbers, 2 4s are 8. And 2 5s are 10. Now students, I can, this x and this x power 4 can be cancelled. I'm getting what here? X to power 3. Inside, I'm getting 4x to power cube minus 10. I can take 2 common, you can see clearly. If I take 2 common, I got 2x to power 3. And there, this negative into negative positive. 2 5s are 10 over x cube. Proved. So question number 3, x and y such that y is plotted against. Whenever the word against comes, it means along x-axis you have x cube, and before against along y-axis. He's saying that what the question is, this is obtain and try in term y in terms of x. So first of all, because according to question, we have this against this. So when we make the formula is root y is equals to m times 2x cube plus c. I repeat my words again, because what is along y-axis will come here, and what along x-axis will come here. Basic formula is what? If you remember, basic formula is y is equals to mx plus c. But now, as he said, this is a y, so I'm copying it here. Now, how to get he said y in terms of x. How to get y in terms of x? So step number one, I'll find the gradient. And you know y2 minus y1, so 21 minus 5 over x2 minus x1, so 10 minus 2. And I'm getting here 16 over 8. So gradient becoming what with us is 2. So I'm looking for y-intercept, c value. So for that reason, y is equal to mx plus c. I'll use m from here and any pair from here. I use a smaller numbers, 5 in the place of y and 2 in the place of x. The 5 minus 4 gives us 1. So these two values I'm going to plug in there. M value is 2 and C value is 1. Okay, student, but he said we have to make y subject. This cube root, square root is not acceptable here. So when I take square of the both sides, so squaring both sides. So here I get a y and here I get a square on top. And this he was asking us. So I hope so the concept is very clear. Question number 4. He's saying function is this given x belongs to real number. Real number means all numbers, rational and irrational, decimal, all numbers. Okay, explain why f square can be formed. So we can say that you know what is the basic way when you say f square can be formed. So we will write a statement, only one small statement. Basically, what's the criteria? The range, because if we talk about two things, we have two functions, f, you can say f of x. This is called inner function. This is called outer function. Just example to understand. The range of the inner function must contain inside domain of the inner function. So same statement we write here. Range of f of x is contained inside the domain of f. Okay. Example, if I plug in some numbers here, let's say I plug in 2. 2 to the 4 minus 1, 3. 3 also lies inside. And that is why when I plug in x value inside is called range. And that range is also there are two functions. For example, I'm writing this 2 times. You see, I'm writing it 2 times, just sake of understanding. So this is inner function, this is outer function. If I plug in any x value, for example, 5, 5 2s are 10 minus 1, 9, and 9 is inside the domain of the inner function, so outer function. So it means that it is possible. So this idea is very clear, and let's talk about the next part. So he's saying that sketch it and you have to show specially intercepts. So for that reason, what I'm going to do, 2x minus 1, I will plug in x0 and I will plug in y0. When I plug in x0 here, this is gone, y value becomes minus 1. And when I plug in y0 here, 0 is equal to 2x minus 1. 1 goes there, and x value is a half, 0.5. Now, students, we have to make the diagram, how we can do it. But the question is saying f square. So f square means, sorry to say, I have to change the plan then f square actually, so or f of x. So f square means, first of all, put f in f. So put f in f. This is f of x. Empty space left side, empty space right side. So this function name will come here and function value will go here. So 2 2s are 4x, negative 2, negative 1. So I'm getting 4x, negative 3. F square of x. Okay. Now I will take it and I will take this equation. All right. 1 time x0 and 1 time y0. When I plug in x0, so y is equal to 0 minus 3, I get negative 3. And when I plug in y0, I mean this completely 0. So 4x minus 3 and x becomes 3 over 4, 0.575 basically. So student, let's try to do it, this kind of question. So 0.75 is where? Here. So I just take approximately, this is because this number is coming in here, there's a 1 and 0.75 and 3 over 4 is here. Okay, now this value is means somewhere, is basically, it is a here down. Okay, but as modulus given, so due to modulus, this modulus, so modulus of y value will give you positive 3. So it is coming here. Now, student, this modulus kind of question, whenever what we do, we will make three numbers and 1 time x0, which we have already, sorry, y0. So when I plug in y0, so we have a number here. Okay, and we have a number, I mean this number, 3 by 4, we got it. First of all, I got a y0, and what the number comes, that number copy in the middle, 0.75, and one number after and one number before, I will take it. And against 0, you know it very well, we are getting 3, not negative 3, positive 3. And against this one, I'm getting 0. Against 1, we can check it. 4 ones are 4 minus 1, we got a 1. Now I'm going to sketch it. So this point I have already, this point I have already, and this point I'm going to sketch. So this is a 3. We have to show this number, and this is a 2 and this is a 1. So it means this point I got it. Hold on. So I'm going to make it, get ready and check it. And now I'm going to show you second one. And I hope so point is very clear. And we have done the modulus. This is okay. Part number 2. It is given that this modulus square equal to bx plus a. And we have already, I said that for this values, for no other values of x. So he's asking this one, okay? So find a and b value. Repeat once again, it is given that this is less than, okay. If we talk about this graph, we have already, okay, and less than ax plus b. And we have given these values, x, this value and this value. And for no other x value. So we talk about this special, these two x values. So first of all, what I'm going to do, so I will use x value here, negative 1. When I use negative 1, students, so what is going to be happen? Negative 1 is giving us negative 7 because modulus. So I'm getting what here? Negative 7. I modulus is coming positive 7. This is done. And second equation, I'm going to use Okay. And second value, if I use not -1, if I use what the other number is very clear. Other number is +3. If I put +3, 3 for the 12, out of 12, 3 gone, 9. So we are getting 9 here. And modulus of 9 remains 9. Clear. Now he's asking once again, read it again. So we got, he said, find A and B value. So Alhamdulillah, Rabbil Alameen, I think clear. And this lowest value, -1, is basically we call A. Okay, so we got A and B value. So one value is A and one value is B. And case 3 is the highest value, and that is set. So find A and B value. Okay, now students check it. I got these two values, but he said we got this one. Okay, now we have to check it from how we can get A and B values. So one by one, we need two equations. Have a look now. So when I plug in -1, the y value is coming 7. So I got a -1 and 7. So, and when I replace 3 value inside equation, inside this equation, I'm getting 9. So I'm looking y is equal to mx plus c format. So first find gradient. And gradient of this is 9 minus 7, 3 minus -1. I'm getting 204 becoming half. So gradient, I'm getting half. And now I'm finding y is equals to mx plus c. M value is this, and I will take any one coordinate, either this one or this one. I take 3, 9. This 3 by 2 goes there, and 9 minus 3 by 2. 2 9s are 18. Out of 18, 3 gone. Out of 18, 15. 15 over 2. So C value is 15 over 2. And if you look at carefully, this is gradient. Beside of x, the variable is called gradient. So A value is becoming with us 1 over 2. And this is a y-intercept, so this is coming with us. B value is 15 over 2. So I think point is very clear. So first of all, I plug in -1 in this equation to get a y value and against 3 also. And when you got a 2 coordinates, I found out the equation of line, that's it. Question number 5. In this question, all angles are in radians, and to find the period. How to find time period? We have time period for tan. We use normally is what formula? And normally formula we have is 180. And so time period formula we use is, basic formula is 180 over this number of, so we can say a fraction or number of cycles there. But we can't use, because he said radians, so we can't use 180, we have to use pi. And divide by this 1 by 4. 1 by 4 comes from here because 5, 10, 1 over 4 times 2x. So this I will take, this called number of cycles. This I will put it here, and if I apply, I will flip up, and answer becomes 4 pi. And I hope so point is very clear. Same for sine and cos, but sine cos, when we talk about sine and cos, so we have formula what? Not pi, 2 pi over NOC, number of cycles. Number of cycle is this number. I hope so the point is very clear. Okay, let's talk about the next question. Next part. He's saying sketch this one from -2 till +4, +4. state the intercept with y-axis. So we have to specially okay, and asymptotes as well. So one by one, we can plug in some some values as he mentioned these values. But if make a more accurate diagram, so in the middle of these we have a pi. In the middle we have a 3 pi. In the middle we have here negative pi. And if we just simply substitute this value there, and we'll get our answer. So first of all, I need to find out intercept of y-axis. I will plug in x0. So I plug in x0. When I plug in x0 gone, this y becomes 1. So we have to show this working. This working is compulsory and means I got a y, 1. So 1 is approximately here or here, no problem at all. Okay, student, now I'm going to plug in, when I plug in 2 pi in this equation, you will get asymptote. So asymptote means infinity. And not even here. Even when you plug in negative 2 pi will give you undefined. Okay, now what to do? 1 minute, slightly. Okay, not this. Okay, this is done. Now, student, what to do? You plug in, first of all, 0. When you plug in 0, so we get a 1. So we got this point. I'm label it 1 here. When I plug in pi here, students, so pi value will give us what? I will check it. 5 times 2, 10 pi by 4 is basically 1. So we get a 6. Because when you plug in pi by 4 here, so type 1 and we got a 5 plus 1, 6. So 6 is slightly higher value. So I just approximately make it here. And same with the negative pi, we are getting below and negative, not this time, we get a negative 5, negative 4. So somewhere here we get it. Now graph will be like this, just or I can drag this point slightly down, no problem at all. Let me erase. Because graph is coming from top, and will become parallel to asymptote. And this is, I think that is why this point, I think this idea is clear. And this point, no need to show the point, but it's slightly coming. I just make it again because this is not smooth. And not even that, even after this. So this against 4 pi, we have again 1. And 1 is here. And 3 pi, we have a same that some number. So graph is coming like this. So this part of graph, we have replication here. I think the idea is very clear and we have done it. So you can plug in these values in the calculator, one by one, get the answer. So let's go for next question number 6, sorry. So 5 digits, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So make a 5-digit number. So 5-digit number is my main job. How many ways this can be done? 5 is greater than 50,000. So I will do it by box method. So 5 digits we need, 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So it means, can I use 1 in this place? No way, gone. What about 2 gone, 3 gone, 4 gone? Yes, all these numbers are suitable to come this position. Because if I plug in 1 something here, I will get a 10,000 something. It's not possible. It's a greater than 50,000. So it means how many digits are available for the first position. So 5 digits are available, the first position, but I will use only one. But let's say any one digit is used. Let's say any number, one number, just assume 8 used. Now, how many left behind? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 numbers are available for the next 4 positions. 8, P, 4. So I hope so. The point is very clear. And we check it in calculator, multiply them, we get 8,400. Okay, 5P1 for the first place, and these 4 places 8P4. I think idea is very clear. Or we can write 5P1 here, 8P1, 7P1, 6P1. Repeat, 5P1, 8P1. Why 8P1? From 8 digits, one can use here. 7P1, 6P1, and 5P1. So if you multiply all, the same answer comes. So let's go for part B. This is a separate part. Okay, in a group of 13 people, 7 have a red here and 6 have a brown. Roll 13 people. So 13 people stand in line, and for the photograph, no person with a red hair is standing next to each other with a red hair. Okay, it means they must be separate from each other. No person with a red hair is standing next to another person with red hair. And find the number of this way it can be done. Okay. So basically what he talk about, the all value, look at, I'm showing the 13 boxes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Just seek understanding because red have more. So red and brown, red and brown, red, brown, red, brown, red, brown, red and brown, again red. Check it, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Correct. And brown, check 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Correct. Now, this situation. So my question, how many, what is the possibility for this red? So it says 7P1. Okay, I just drag slightly down so then I can tell you and finally one answer. And this red is naturally because one person stands here. So here 6P1, here 5P1, here 4P1, here 3P1, here 2P1, and here 1P1. If you multiply all them, this behave like a 7P7. You can check even this product of all numbers is equal to 7P7. So because this is 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Because whenever down, for example, NP1 is N. So 7P1 is 7. So this is 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So becomes 7 factorial or 7P7, same story. And what about the upper part? Brown. So 6P1, 5P1, 4P1, 3P1, 2P1, and 1P1. No need to waste time in this. Simple, say 6P6. And now if you check, the answer is coming with us 362880. I hope so the point is clear. Chris chooses 5 people from this group. So 5 people from 13. Number of ways Chris can do it if at least one person chosen as a sorry, has a brown here. At least one person. So brown, one and more than one. So what is the planning? One and more than one. Okay, at least one brown means, brown here means one and more than one. So can we say, students, can we say, so 0 is not possible. I mean, because 1 to 6, all people we looking for. Okay, it's not easy to make it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all options. Rather than do with this one thing, can we say, because this means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, this means this one. So can I talk about total values, subtract 0? 0 means 0 is not there. But basically talk about this one. This we need. This we don't want. So what is the best way as compared to this one? So we do like this because we need a 5 people from 13. Total options are, I'm writing here 13C5. And 0 brown means no brown there. No brown there. All 5 people I have to select from this one. So 7C5. I repeat my words. So no red means, no brown means brown gone. So I will take all 5 people from red. So say 7 red available, I will choose 5. And I hope so clear. If I go the other way, not wrong even, but it will take a lot of time. I hope so. The point is very clear. And if I solve it, 13C5 minus 7C5, the answer is coming with me is 1266. I hope so. The point is very clear. Question number 7. Independent of x term we need in this expansion for 2 marks. We have a special formula TR plus 1 equal to NCR. A to power n minus r into b to power r. What is n? The power. What is a? First term. What is a b? Second term, including negative sign. Don't forget the sign negative. And here 15 minus r power. Now, student, what I will do, I have to, basically okay, this is the x, I wrote by mistake 4. I have to make x power same, combine x's. So inner power 2, outer power 50. So inner power and outer power, they multiply. I got a 30 minus 2r. And here negative 3 to power 4r separate and x to power 4r. How 4r? Power and power multiply. Now upper power minus lower power because they are dividing. So I'm writing negative 3 to power r here and x to power, this is our 30, look, I show you here. 30 minus 2r, 30 minus 2r minus 4r. This comes from here. I think point is clear. And I got a 30 minus 6r. So 30 minus 6r. According to demand of question, we must need equal to 0. Independent means 0. When I copy it equal to 0, so r value becomes 5. How come 6r go there and 6 divides and we get a 5. And this value 5, I'm going to plug in it here. When I plug in it all here, so I'll get my answer. So it means 6 term is my answer because 5 plus 1, 6. So 15C5 and negative 3 to power 5. And when I plug in 5 here, 6, 5, 30, 30 minus 30 becomes 0. And now I'm going to type in calculator. Excuse me. So when I type this in calculator, so answer is coming finally with me is negative 729,729. This is independent of x. I hope so. The point is very clear. Okay, part number next. B. In this expansion, coefficient of x cube is 7 times coefficient of x square. So it means I will expand it and look at here 1. So here only x involved here. Just sake of understanding, if I open NC 9C1, I have 1 to power 9 minus 1 and 1 ax to power 1. It means this is a term, basically is a term number 2, T2. How T2? Because NC0 is the first term, NC0 is the second term. So if we have a 2, the x power 1 comes. It means term number 2 and power is 1. So power is always 1 less the power, the term number in this condition. So I need x cube and x square. So it means x square means I need how to get it x cube. X cube means 9 and this number same always. So 9C3 and 9C2 because he said second. Okay, done. I hope so this part is clear. This is you can say this is I will get x cube from here and I will get x squared from here. But he said that what is 7 times? I put equal sign in the middle and put 7 times to that. 7 times is multiply. But he said coefficient, so I will not take x cubes. I will say 9C3, which is giving us, if I type 9C3, giving us 84. 1 to power n is 1, so no problem. A to power 3, x to q cube, I'm eliminating. So this part is clear. And what is NC2? NC2 is 36. 1 to any power is 1 and into a square. And x square I'm eliminating because it's a coefficient. So this will cancel, this will goes down, it will go other side. This cancel out, I get A. And A value, if I type this in calculator, it is giving us 3. I hope so. The point is very clear. And question number next is 8. It is given that this and define approximate change in y. So approximate change y means and when x increases from this to this. So what concept x1 is 0.1 and x2 is 0. Plus this h. How to find delta x? X2 minus x1. So from here and this subtract. So we are getting delta x is equal to h. But we're looking for approximate change in y. So we have a special formula for it. What is that? Delta y over delta x is equals to dy over dx. It will go on the other side. It means dy over dx is in time to delta x. Delta x we have already available. One thing left behind, we need to differentiate. So now applying product formula. So this first function copy e to power 3x plus 2 copy and tan derivative here and then opposite. Tan copy and exponential derivative here. What is tan derivative? We have a secant square. And this derivative is first copy everything into 3. The 3 comes from the power differentiation. I can plug in directly, the first value is 0.1 because x value. So I have to replace everywhere by the value is a 0.1. So replace every value by 0.1. But first of all, I take common out. 3x to power this one common, make question easier. So this and this gone. What left? Secant square x and plus 3 tan x. Now, student, this is done. We have to go for substituting. So replace every x by 0.1. So when I replace every value by 0.1, I will get dy over dx. And let me check if I replace it here, here, and here. Be careful. What is secant square? 1 over cos square. And tan as it is 10. 1 over cos square is this one. And put power 2 on the whole bracket like this. So I'm going to check it in calculator. So 0.1, when I replace inside, I'm getting answer here 13.0768. So when I plug in the, and after rounding, 3SF, I don't want add 1. So 13.1. And now I'm going to replace this value here and this value from there. And our final answer is with us is 13.1 times to H. And I hope so the concept of the question is very clear. B part. Curve such that we have given differentiation give and given here a curve, this point lies on it, and we have to find exact y coordinate when x is this. So student, whenever we have a y, if we differentiate, we get dy over dx. You know it very well. And if I want to go back, I will integrate. So step number 1, I will integrate. So when dy dx will integrate, we'll get what? Y. So here I'm writing y directly without any work. It is enough to show it to examiner. What is integration of sine is negative cos. Excuse me. Over 3 comes from the angle's derivative. And plus c. Now students, I'm going to plug in the parameters. 4/3 will come here. And pi by 9 goes here. Okay. So when I plug in pi by 9 here, so let me check again. So it is coming with me in radian. Make sure, students. So it is coming 3 3s are pi divided by 3 and plus pi. So student, when I plug in pi by 3 here, so 3 it is give us pi by 3 pi, sorry, is giving us 3 pi. Because this 9 is cancelled, so pi by 3. So I'm getting 3 or 4 pi by 3. So cos 4 pi by 3 is giving negative half. Negative half, I got a positive half. I'm getting 1 over 6. And I'm getting here C value is coming with me 7 over 6 if I bring on the other side. And that value plug in back. Is the question over? Not at all. Because he's saying plug in this value, x value. So I'm going to plug in x value 5 pi by 12. So when I plug in it here, and he said exact value. So be careful. So 5, when I plug in these 3 4s are 12, so I get a 5 pi by 4 and plus 5. So I get a 9 pi by 4. So when I replace here 9 pi by 4, so I'm getting here 9 pi by 4 and divide by 3 plus 7 over 6. So this answer is coming negative root 2, sorry, 2 root 2 by 2. So we are getting here, so root 2 by 2 and 2 goes down, becomes 6. If I take 6 LCM, so I get a negative root 2 plus 7. Or I can write 7 before, no issue at all, both are same. And I hope so the point is very clear. So be careful, don't put all together in calculator. So first of all, plug in this in type separately, and then you plug in back an equation. And then you type this alone. Question number 9, first term of AP is 9. And last term is Tn is called 159. Last term is Tn. Sum of the all terms is means Sn, all terms 2604. So I think this point is clear. And we have to, and another data given by him, 12th term of AP is a first term of GP. 12th term of AP is equal to first term of GP. And 8th term of AP is equals to second term of GP. So students, first of all, we must know A and D, otherwise we cannot find these, okay? So step number 1, A we have, D we're looking for. It's Tn, what's the Tn formula? A plus n minus 1 into D. Replace A by this. Tn replaced by 159. Here I got n minus 1 into D. So 150 and n minus 1 into D. Now, students, I will go for next plan, and next is sum. So I'll use this formula. So sum formula is n divided by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d. So Sn replaced by 2604. And I don't know, 2 is there, and 2a is 9 2s are 18. And again, I don't know, and d I don't know even. So you can see this n minus 1, it matches. I can plug in 150 here. So 2, 6, and this multiply there. So 2604 multiply into 2, I get 5208. And alone, here 18, this replaced by 150. So if I add and divide on the other side, it means this add and divide there. So it means that we can say 168 dividing, I get 31. So term numbers are clear, and we have done this one, and this 31, I'm going to plug in it here. So it means D is 150 over 31 minus 1 is 30. And common difference is with us 5. Now, students, we can go for this planning, and what the question is, we're looking for 12th term and 8th term. Otherwise, we cannot solve. 12th term is what? A plus n minus 1 into D. This formula I will copy 2 times. One time I plug in every n by 12, and one time replace by 8. Reason 12 and 8. So T12 is A value we have, that is a 9. And we have 12 minus 1, and difference is a 5. So 9, this is a 55. So I got a 64. And what about this side? T8. I'm getting 9 here, and here I'm getting 8 minus 1 into 5. So this is a 7 5s are 35. Plus 9, 44. Now he's saying this is a first term and this is a second term. So, and find sum of the first 6 terms of GP. So not a hard job. So we can say this is a first term of GP. And this is second term of GP. And I'm looking for sum of 6 terms. And you know it very well, common ratio is second term divided by first term. So 44 divided by 64, sorry. I'm getting 11 over 16. And sum formula is very clear because this value is less than 1. So sum formula we'll use is a 1 minus r to power n over 1 minus r. A is 64. R is 11 over 16. And power is 6. Now rest part is just typing in calculator. And let me check when I type in calculator, it is turned to be basically 183.174. But after rounding, we got a sum of first 6 terms. Right, because 3SF 183. And I hope so. The point is very clear. Question, same question B part. A different geometrical progression has a first term sine theta. And first term is sine theta. So make sure first term sine theta. Common ratio is what given by cos theta. An angle must be in this domain. Show that progression is some infinity. Do you know, students, sine and cos both? If we check it, sine and cos curve stay in a upper limit boundary +1 and lower limit is -1. Either or sine or cos both. Now mentioned here as cos theta highest value +1 and lowest value -1. Or you can write cos theta is less than 1, +1 more than -1. So R is this, because R is this same as well. So it is a convergent. It is a convergent. It is convergent. And for convergent, we have always sum of infinity. And basically R is less than 1, you know it. So progression has sum of infinity. I think this part is very clear, students. Let's go for next. Sum of infinity can be written in this form. We have to show. So what sum of infinity formula is what? A over A minus A over 1 minus R. And sum of infinity, A is sine theta, 1 minus cos theta. Is it done? No, we need this form. So rationalize. Rationalize means whatever this value, change the sign, multiply up and down. Numerator and denominator, mean to say. So sine, and I am writing now here 1 plus cos theta and down. You know, first term same, second term same, sign opposite. You have two choices. Either multiply all like this or say a square minus b square. So square of 1 minus square of cos. I'm getting 1 minus cos square, which is equals to sine square. And this sign will cancel a power 2, and we get it 1 by sine. And 1 by sine is cosecant, and cos over sine is cot. Proved. I hope so. The concept of question is very clear. Question number 10 we have, students. And what a question number 10 we have? At time t0, particle starts from this point. Okay. P travels with the speed of this in this direction. Starting point is this, and speed is this, and direction is given. You know, student, whenever direction is given, we need direction vector. How we can find direction vector? So basically, what is unit vector formula? Vector contain two parts. magnitude into direction. Okay, if I bring magnitude under it, I will get direction. So direction is equals to vector by its magnitude. Okay, so vector is this, and magnitude we can find it. So what is direction becomes from here? So direction 20i plus 21j over root of 20 square plus 21 square. So this part is clear. And if I take it, this one, this becomes 29. This becomes 29. So 20 over 29i, 21 over 29j is basically direction. Or I can use V cap. V cap means direction of velocity. And now how we can find velocity, students? So formula velocity magnitude into velocity direction. So again, same vector velocity magnitude into direction, and directions come from here, and magnitude is here. Basically, speed is the magnitude of velocity. So this value I'm going to copy here. And now, student, I'm going to simplify it. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Excuse me. Okay, now check it. So 58 divided by 29 is giving us 2. This is 2. And I got negative 40 and plus 42 j. This is a velocity I got it. But he said, no, give me position vector. What is the formula for that? RA or RP, sorry, because P object. RP is equal to R naught plus VT. R naught is a starting point. And I'm writing now, because J is there, are no I components, I'm writing 0, negative 30. And velocity is this, so I'm writing negative 40 and 42 down in T. So I wrote in column form. Okay, so both are correct. You write column form or you write other form, no problem at all. And I think this part is clear. And let me check, this 20 is positive, not negative. I think this is this mistake here. So this is a not negative. So I think this part is clear. And we have done, Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, part first is completely done. Okay, or you can write other format, but I'm leaving it. Now let's talk about the second part. T0, Q start from this point. So P start from this point, Q start from this point. So starting point R naught is very clear, negative 10 and 18. And he said speed is 75. Again, velocity, I said velocity vector consists of two parts, magnitude into direction. Magnitude is 75, you can see clearly, but what is the direction? How to get direction? So we can find directly also. How come? This is given, and you know it tan alpha. Tan alpha is, just make it, he said alpha is above positive x-axis. So I take it here. And if I take it alpha here, 7 over 24. How to get this? By Pythagoras theorem. So if I find it, this becomes what? By using Pythagoras theorem, if I use the root of this, is giving us 25. So it means 25. So now 25, we have it. Okay. If I say what is a cos alpha? Cos alpha adjacent by hypotenuse. And what is a sine alpha? Opposite by hypotenuse. Now, if we talk about, so basically this is a directions. Okay, we got it. This is directions confirm. And this is a I component, this is a J component. How come? You can see that, for example, this is a velocity and component 75 it has. And this is alpha. How to get this x component? This x component is y component. How to get x component? X component coming with us x over 75. X over 75 is equal to cos alpha. So 75 multiply with the cos alpha, which value is this? So it means x value is 75 time to that, 75 time to this. So 24 divided by 25 into 75, and I'm getting 72. So it means I can find directly the velocity is 72I. And what about the y component? The y component is y over 75 equals to sine alpha. And sine alpha value is this. And 75 multiplies there. If multiplies there, we get what? Y is coming with us is 21. 21, okay? So 21 are we getting here? So I'm writing here plus 21j. Now, student, this velocity is clear. I can write in this form as well, no problem at all. This is done. Now we are looking for same for the formula. So R is equals to RQ is equal to R naught plus VT. R naught, I said before, negative 10 and plus 18. And velocity, I got it from here. And t here as it is. So this is my second answer. I hope so. The point is very clear. How I got this equation. I think this part is very clear. Second part, and last part here, determine whether they collide or not. So collision is only possible if RP, RQ are equals to each other. So I'll put them equals to each other. I'll get two values of t. If they match, it means they collide. So let's try to do it here. So this equation, I'm copying it here, but I'm simplifying. So 0 plus 40t. I'm writing here 40t. So negative 30 and plus 42t. So negative 30 plus 42t. This is a RP. Now what by RQ? So negative 10 plus 72t. How come this I components? And now how to J component? 18 plus 21t. I think the point is very clear. And I got two equations, students. I will do it now here, I component and J component. Okay, I think I should bring it down. There's maybe not enough space. Now I component and J component. I component means this. So 40t is equals to negative 10 plus 72t. It goes there and 10 comes this side, and I'm getting here 32t, and t becomes 10 over 32. And J component, negative 30 plus 42t is equals to 18 plus 21t. So this comes this way and 30 goes another side. I got a 48 and I got a 21t, and t become 48 over 21. If you see, they are not equals to each other. They are not equals to each other. So T1 from here, T2. So T1 is not equal to T2. It means there no collision. So no collision. I hope so. The point is very clear. And question number 11. So what is the formula for NCR, NPR? Just quick revision. NCR formula n factorial over r factorial into difference of n and r factorial. But what is NPR? NPR, you know, this r factorial will not there, and n factorial over n minus r factorial. Applying on the p on the top, so 437 I can bring on the other side. It's creating some problem. NP1 factorial over n plus 1 minus 5 factorial. Basically, these two numbers subtract. N factorial over n minus 3 factorial, because difference of numbers. I hope so. This part is have no problem. Now, students, n is bigger or n plus 1 bigger. Basically, we do like this 7 factorial. If I open it, 7 and 1 less 6. When I want to put a break, I put a factorial there. We always apply on bigger one. N is bigger, n plus 1 bigger, n plus 1 bigger. I open it here, n plus 1 into 1 less. 1 less means 1 gone. So I got an n. I want to break here. I put a factorial. Why? Because they'll cancel out. And what is denominator? I'm getting here n minus 4. Is game done? Not at all. What is n minus 3 bigger, n minus 4 bigger? N minus 3 is bigger. When I reduce one number from here, so n minus 3 is already one more less become n minus 4. And I put a break same time. I hope so clear. Now, students, I'm going to cancel with this and this cancel with this. And I see that it is cross multiplied there. So n plus 1 time to n minus 3 is equals to 437. And I got this equation. Now I will multiply each value n into n squared and negative 2n and negative 3 and negative 437 will come this way. You can check it. I have done a little quicker and direct way. That is why maybe problem for you. We can check it. And here negative 440. So I have to go for okay. So if we check it, 1 minute. Yeah, I have checked 22 times 220 is giving 440 and difference of them is 2. So I'm going for this. So negative 22n and positive 20n. So n common n minus 22 and plus 20 common n minus 22. I'm getting two answers. One is 22 and one is negative 20. And it is not possible. And this is our final answer. And I hope so. The concept of the question is very clear. Question number 12. He said that function is this is we have to find in this one x is radian, solve this one. So put simple function equal to 0 and try to solve it. But problem is sine and a cos. First of all, the angle is creating a problem, so I just take it as a k. So this equation will turn to be 15 cos square k plus 7 cos k negative 13 equal to 0. Now, this is a sine, it's not a cos. So sine, I can replace by 1 minus sine square k. So 15 minus 15 sine square k plus 7 sine k and negative 13 equal to 0. Reorder. First of all, multiply whole equation with minus 1. So this become positive. This becomes negative. And this is basically positive 2 will become negative 2. And now I can do it 7, 15 to the 30 and 10, 3 the 30. Now from here, 5 common and sine common. 5 threes and 5 2 times. I hope so. This part is nothing hard, or you can apply quadratic formula even if you want. Okay, now I got a sine k. This equal to 0, so 2 goes right side and 3 divides. I got a 2 over 3. And sine k second value is giving us negative 1 over 5. So now students, I will find it. So sine is positive in first and second and negative in third and fourth. Okay, make sure k value is 3x plus 1.5. I will do it later. So alpha is equal to sine inverse and 2 over 3. Here beta is equal to sine inverse. Don't take negative sign. And if I check it in calculator and make sure it must be in radian mode. If I type sine inverse 2 over 3, so I'm getting here alpha 0.7297. So it becomes 73. Okay, 0.73. Okay, the second value which I'm getting is here is a sine inverse 1 over 5. And I'm getting here 0.201. So student, let's try to first one. So here I'm writing 0.73, here I'm writing 0.73, here I'm writing 0.201, here I'm writing 0.201. And what is the rule of measurement, students? Start from positive x-axis, but keep your eye on this one. So negative and positive, anti-clockwise positive and clockwise is negative. So that is why you have to keep your eye, and we have to go for two ways. Okay, so first of all, I'm going anti-clockwise. So I bring back that value, which value we have 3x plus 1.5. Is equals to, what is the first answer is 0.73. And one second answer you can see is 5 minus that. I think this part is very clear. Okay, now can we go clockwise? I can check it one answer. Maybe it's come in our range. So what is this one? So pi plus 0.73, but I'm outside putting negative y. I'm going clockwise. So this is a pi, it's a straight line pi plus 0.3 and outside negative. So student, now one by one, I will do it. 1.5 subtract 3 divide. So 1.5 subtract 3 divide. So all three values, I'm going to check it now. So number one, 0.73 minus 1.5 and divided by 3. My answer number one is coming with me is negative 0.266. Okay, negative 2.66. All right, this is done. Okay, now I'm going for next one. And next one is what? Pi minus 0.73. This I talk about, and minus 1.5 and divided by 3. I'm getting second answer positive 3.04. So I think this part is also clear. We have done it. Let me check once again. This is slightly different, student. I check again in calculator. 0.257. So we got two answers from here. What about this answer? Check it. So pi plus 0.73 and multiply by minus 1 and minus 1.5 and divide by 3. I'm getting here negative 1.79, which is out of range. I will ignore it. I will ignore it. Okay, I will ignore this one. So two answers are coming from here finally, which are here. Let us go for second option. So first number is, so from anti-clockwise here, and we can try this also. And one answer will go clockwise. So let's try do all. So first 3x plus 1.5. So first is pi and pi plus this. So I can say here pi plus 0.201. And is a 2 pi minus this. So 2 pi minus 0.201. And one going clockwise, that is simple, 0.201. And I put negative sign because clockwise. I can check this also, but this, I think so, very a big negative, so I'm ignoring it. So you can subtract 1.5 every value and subdivide it by 3. So first pi plus 0.201 and negative 1.5 and divided by 3. My first answer is coming with me is 0.6. 614. Check it on top, but this is a 0.5 is set. So this is out of range. So this is out of range. So if this is out of range, students, so naturally this will obviously out of range. I will not go for it. So I will go for this one now, last answer. Okay, when I check this one, negative 0.201, and this will subtract, so negative 1.5 and divided by 3. My answer is negative 0.567. This is also out of range because so we have two answers only in range. So Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. I hope so. The concept of the question is very clear. Sorry. Now, students, we have to solve once again, and I will take because he said read a statement, students. He said find x values, two station points. So station point with means I will take equation once again from top. So f of x 15 cos square 3x plus 1.5 and plus 7. Okay. And what is after that? Minus 13. So this equation, let me check once again. Yeah, this equation I'm going to copy from here. Okay, I'm shifting on another page, next page. So student step number 1, f dash of x. 2 will come down, multiply 30 and power 1 less and complete angle as it is into the base derivative is cos, which is negative sign. You know it very well. So I'm writing here negative sign. 3x plus 1.5 into 3. Why 3? Because is angle's derivative. And what about this? So 7 cos 3x plus 1.5 into 3. This 3 again angle's derivative. I'll plug in derivative 0. So negative 3 into 30 give us 90, negative 90 cos 3x plus 1.5 into sine 3x plus 1.5 and plus 21 cos 3x plus 1.5. Now you see, student, this is same. I can take common from here. If I take common, okay. So what happens, students? So I take common. So I'm getting cos 3x plus 1.5 gone. What left? Negative 90 sine 3x plus 1.5 plus 21 and equals to 0. Either this complete 0 or this complete 0. 1 by 1. So look, I'm writing this way first of all. I'm saving my time. Okay. Now, students, this is a cos inverse. So 3x plus 1.5, a cos inverse of 0. And you must know it 0 where? Above and below. So pi by 2, check it radian degree mode, a radian mode, because previous part he mentioned himself. So pi by 2 and 3 pi by 2. And again, we have to keep our eye because our answer must be in the range negative 3 and 0.5. So I'm writing it on another page, so at least we can focus on it. So my answer must be what? I'm writing now below negative 0.3 till 0.5. So let's start. So first of all, pi by 2, I'll go for it. 3x plus 1.5 is equals to pi by 2. I'm writing here pi by 2. Okay. And I'm writing 3 pi by 2 also. I think 3 pi by 2 maybe cross the limit, but still I check it. Okay. Now other one. Other one is if I make it this alone, and I can say that 3x plus 1.5 equal to sine inverse. And 121 goes there, 90 divides. So I'm getting 21 over 90 in fraction form is giving 7 over 30. Let me check again, 21 over 90, correct. Now sine positive is where? Sine positive in first quadrant and this one. So I'm going to find it. So my first answer, okay, first of all, I'll go it for later. First, I'll find it alpha. I assume this as alpha. So sine inverse of that. When you take a sine inverse, 7 divided by 20. 7 by 30, sorry, not 20, 30, 30. I'm getting 0.236. I think this part is clear. Okay, this is done. So now student, what is the first answer? So I'll start from here. This is anti-clockwise, this first and second. And I think I can check for clockwise also, though is a very big number. I don't think it will come. Okay, so let's try do it first answer. So first 0.236, second is a pi minus 0.236. So my first answer is coming with me negative 0.421, which is out of range. What about second answer? Second answer is will naturally come out of range. So this is out of also range. So both are out. What about this one? So let's try this one. This subtract from both and get the answer. So pi by 2 minus 1.5 and divide by 3. So my first answer coming from here is 0.0236. And let's do the second one. So 3 pi over 2 minus 1.5 and divide by 3. So this answer is coming with me is 1.07, which is also crossing the limit. So this is not possible, okay? And so this means we got one answer from here only, which is this one. Okay, check once again. This is once again I check it. And what about the other one? Other one answer, this is a negative. 1 minute, let me check once again. Sine inverse 7 divided by 30. 0.26, okay. Minus 1.5. Okay. And let me check, maybe is this a negative or positive? This is a positive, okay. Yeah, this is a 7 over 30. Okay, so once again, so we should not leave this try. We have tried check it this because this is negative is ignoring. So we'll check this one, sir, as well. So when you check it, this one, pi minus 2.3 and this 1.5 subtract and divide by 3, we are getting 0.469, and which is in the range. So we got two answers then finally. So you student learn from lesson from here. We have to check all possibilities, okay? Sometimes it looks like this out of range, but it's in range. This out of range negativity. but this in range it become positive answer. I hope so. Point is clear. Question number 13 now. Question number 13, students. 64. 64 is what? You must know it if you don't know. 2 is 32 times, 2 16 times, 2 8 times, 2 4 times, and 2 2 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm writing here 2 to the power 6. Power multiply, we get a 2 to the power 6x and plus 2. And here I got 2 to the power 3x. Now, student, this is a plus in the middle. We can break in two parts, 2 to the power 6x times 2 to the power 2. And I think so clear. And now, what to do, students, here? This is 6x. I have to make it same format. I can write 3x inside and square on top. And this becomes 4. I can say let 2 to the power 3x is equals to k. So 4k square plus k and negative 3 is equal to 0. Now, students, 4 3s are 12. 4 3s are 12. So plus 4k and negative 3k and negative 3 is equal to 0. 4k common, I got k plus 1, and negative 3 common, I got k plus 1. K plus 1 and 4k minus 3 is equal to 0. I'm getting two answers, minus 1 and k value is 3 over 4. So this value will come here and here. So 2 to the power 3x equal to minus 1 and 2 to the power 3x is equal to 3 over 4. And you know, if I take the logarithm to bring power down, so log of negative value is infinity, we can say undefined, not possible, no solution from here. If I take log of this side, so 2 to the power 3x is a log of 3 over 4. So this will go down. We get a 3x into log of 2 is equals to log of 0.75 or 3 over 4. They are same, no problem at all. This will go down and we get a final form. X is equals to log of 0.75, not even this. Even 3 will go also down, 3 times to log of 2. And we have to type this in calculator, simple. Okay. So when we type this in calculator, we are getting here negative 0.138, and which is our final answer. And I hope so concept is clear and paper is completely over. So best of luck for upcoming exam and pray for me. So assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.